You know, far be it from me to meddle in the affairs of the young and in love, but it's the holidays after all. I want to sing a song for a friend I've never met, Offset, for someone real dear in his heart, Cardi B. This one's for holiday love. Spending all my nights, all my money going out on the time, doing anything just to get you out of my mind. But when the morning comes, I'm right back where I started again. Trying to forget you is just a waste of time. Cardi, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something, everything about you. Cardi, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. You guys do whatever the hell you want in January, but this is the loving season. All day long, wearing a mask of false bravado, trying to keep up a smile that hides a tear. But as the sun goes down, I get that empty feeling again. How I wish to God that you were here. Cardi, come back. Any kind of fool could see that there was something, everything about you. This is the couple of better days. Cardi, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. Welcome to Current Mood. I am your host, John Mayer. It is the holiday extravaganza version of Current Mood. And it is a time for love and happiness, and I hope that no matter who you're with or where you are, you're having a good time. I know I'm doing this show partly because I'm trying to keep company, and you guys have been fantastic company to me as we've done the show in the last 7-8 weeks. So hope you guys are having a great time. How's our home and studio audience? Yeah, I woke up this morning and I saw TMZ, and they said, Offset said, Cardi, come back, and I heard it in my head, and I went, this is going to be really good. And I got to tell you, ironically, I hope they didn't get back together all day, so that by the time I sang this song, it would still be relevant. And as I understand it, we just get an update, live update? Yep, not yet. Okay, apparently he's texting her? Okay. He sent her November Rain. Well, that's a page out of my book. Okay. Oh, he's called her, and he's playing the whole November Rain over the phone. That's how John Mayer used to get him back. Anyway, let's see what's going on down there in the comments. How did you guys like the cold? It was my first cold open I've ever had. David Spade is on. He's done hundreds of cold opens. You might have heard a voice sounds a lot like David Spade, giving himself some love. And this is the holidays. It's about giving yourself some love. I got a tree right here. Look at that. That's the extent of the tree that I have. Any bigger a tree, and it will make me so sad that I won't be able to breathe. But that's about as tall a tree as a single guy like me can have. Actually, it's a great shot. It's actually a well-composed shot. We've got 13.3 thousand viewers tonight, and of course, a $12 top prize to the person who answers the question correctly at the end of the game. Who thought that would last? Who thought winning 42 cents? Never mind. Positivity, happiness. It's time for the holidays. I hope everyone's happy. What's going on? Ask Dave if he still plays basketball on Harriet Street. That sounds like a personal conversation. Do you still play basketball on Harriet Street?
In the Valley, I used to, yeah.
Yeah, he used to. So hope that helps. Anything else you want to tell him? You need a gallon of milk? Any business affairs you want to run out while we're here? Did Spade ride his scooter over to your place? I guess we have to talk about his bird scooter police. I mean, Spade is a branding man. Everything gets shaped into sort of a bit-shaped thing all the time, which is Fantastic. Is that actually David Spade? We're going to find out. We're going to play a game called Are You Actually David Spade? Where we... hello, Indie Pie. You like my pastel pink shirt? Thank you very much. It was once red, but now it's pink. Ice, because I have some wild whiplash. I love when you catch one half of a comment online. You ever look at your DMs, Dave, and you see something that makes you not want to open it? It's not the first text. It'll be like, but you wouldn't care. And you're like, yeah, I don't want to see anything that led up to this.
I have a search bar for pay my mortgage.
Oh, that's amazing. I have an email search for any chance. When it's tour time, people like to ask for tickets with the question, any chance? Any chance I can... I like any chance because it offloads the responsibility of them having to ask. They're not asking, can I give them tickets? They're asking me to also turn with them to look up into the sky and wonder together, I don't know, is there a chance this can happen?
I get a lot of, hey, how do you get tickets to your show?
Right.
It's usually friends going, I think you called the place, but they sort of want me to be the middleman.
I actually now, and this is a true story, I like making giant stars the middleman. So like Shawn Mendes will say like 10% off at my merch store, and I'll comment like the code isn't working, Shawn. What do I do? I just love the idea. We've all done that thing, like people in our profession of like you text the artist who's about to go on like it's a question that you don't know who else to ask but the artist, and you hate yourself being like, what time do you go on? And Drake is like, ask anybody else. I'm lifting right now. Anyway, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. And as you can see, the guest is so great. We've already begun a guest chat, and we haven't even gotten to the business of, can I talk to you over here for a minute?
Yeah.
2019. Can I talk to you over here for a minute? Hi, I'm John. We haven't met yet. I understand you're going to be transferring in from another dimension very soon. And I know you're excited to get to work, but I just sort of wanted to give you the heads up around the office. People are pretty shaken up already. You know, last boss is kind of an asshole. So if you could just sort of, when you come in, get a read of the crowd, you know, maybe not make any sudden moves at first. Get a sense of how things go. I mean, look, I know you're going to kill some people, and other people in the office you're going to make famous for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And that's sort of the fun of the whole thing. But if you could just take a beat and stop it with the extenuating circumstances where everything has to be extra. An MMA fight has to end with a brawl in the crowd, and the Oscars get the envelopes wrong. And, let's just have a real... I would love you, 2019, to be the Bruce Springsteen of years. You know, brawny, solid, dependable. You know, dare to be, well, not Springsteen, but dare to be a little boring. And I know this is going to sound like I said Springsteen was boring, and I didn't mean that at all. And that's why one day I'm going to buy a teleprompter. Bruce Springsteen's show, of course, on Netflix now, Springsteen on Broadway, it's incredible. I didn't mean boring, Bruce. Bruce is a faithful watcher. In fact, he actually ended the run on Broadway because they wouldn't let him not do Sundays. They said Sundays are a tradition on Broadway, and he said, well, then my tradition ends here because I love Current Mood. Oh, we're still in the bit. 2019. Go easy on us. Oh my goodness, how's it going? Who's going crazy for Umbrella Academy on Netflix? Is that a real show, Umbrella Academy? And why do I think the user who wrote that is probably at Umbrella Academy?
Sounds like Nickelodeon.
Is anyone going crazy? Someone's looking for a music teacher for their 1-year-old daughter. Oh yeah, that's right. We have a lot of sponsors for tonight's show. You know, we can't just put the show on to hire David Spade. That's 6 figures. So we've had some sponsors jump in tonight. I don't know who the sponsors are. My friends told me who the sponsors are for tonight. Tonight's show brought to you by Green Index Cards. It's one of them. Tonight's show also brought to you by unplugging it and plugging it back in again. Something not working? Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in again? Yes, for over 40 years, technology and some relationships have been helped by unplugging it and plugging it back in again. Give it a try. And brought to you by Back to the Original. Sick of the remix? Go back to the original. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Someone is at the Current Mood door. Let's go see who it is. Mariah Carey. Oh my, happy holidays to you too. Christmas guy here. You can say Christmas. Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah, great. Yeah, no, everything's good. Are you touring right now or are you in the studio? That's different. Okay. Well, you gotta go? Oh. Well, listen. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Amazing that you would stop by. Hey, can you do me a favor? Turn your phone down. There's a little bit of echo in the. You're watching that. Yeah, I love it. I love that you're watching that. Thank you. Oh God, thank you. What? One more. Okay. Oh, it wasn't good. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Oh my God. Wow. All right, Canada, everybody. Whew. I had to catch my breath for a minute. Cavalcade of stars. My goodness. Mariah Carey. Let's see what's good. I knew it wasn't going to work, but I had to do it. I had to try it. God bless us, everyone. There's actually two ways you could say God bless us, everyone. One is like really calm. It all depends on what your heart rate is. A resting heart rate, God bless us, everyone, is a beautiful thing. But a frenzied, over-respirated, God bless us, everyone, is something is truly amiss. Truly, truly, truly amiss. I loved your cover of All I Want for Christmas Is You. I did cover that years ago on PLJ in New York. Shout out to PLJ. Loved the Brad Pitt gifts earlier this week. I say gifts. I don't know if you know that. You've been vibing to my song Neon all day. Thank you. How are my wisdom teeth holes? They're good. They're closing up nicely. I got to tell you, I felt bad all week because I was a little negative on the show last week because I was doing an impression of a guy whose teeth weren't hurting and wasn't high on painkillers. So you want to talk about the remix? I was doing the remix to me, and the beat was wonky, and I felt real bad about it. And it was over the song Africa by Toto. And apparently people didn't like it at all. But we're back, and I'm positive. Not so positive I won't make fun of someone else's song, apparently. I can't get it out of me. Well, add it to the Beat Myself Up report. It's coming later. Kazi said she can't come over. Sorry. You're missed. Wish you were here. Kazi just got a book deal, by the way. The incredible Kazi David just got a book deal. She got a book deal with Harcourt Brace. It was a book deal with Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, and me, ever the timely joke teller I am, I made a Harcourt Brace Jovanovich joke, which only 80s kids who didn't do work in school and stared at their textbooks would know, and it was flat. It landed flat, but I was fine with that. Yeah, the plug. So what a plug too. Kazi's book comes out in 2020. I have a feeling that even in September of next year, something coming out in 2020 will just sound like forever from now. But it's not that far. Kazi writes, guys, can you believe he's talking about me? Yes. Lacey Stowe writes, you seem less drugged today. Well, seem is the term there. Who cuts your hair? Styling like a mofo? You know what? It's wet right now. I only got 25 more minutes of my hair looking this way. Today's show also brought to you by Red Ears. Took a shower late in the day? Red Ears. Oh, what is it about a late day shower makes red ears? That'd be funny if you show up to a place smelling horrible and then someone's like, you smell disgusting. You smell like trash. And you're like, yeah, but my ears would have been red, so I can't take a shower. In LA, appearance is everything. It's harder when there's a real comic in the room. You know, there's a David Spade sitting here silently judging me. I can feel it in every bone of my body. How am I doing, though, Dave? Is it good?
Yeah,
Better than you
good,
thought?
bud.
Thanks. Well, where are we on the cards here? I would say it's time to bring our guest on the show.
Might as well get it over with.
He is one of the funniest people on Instagram. He's an SNL alum. He's a fantastic stand-up comic. You know him, you love him. Please welcome David Spade.
Good to see you, brother. I've never done a show in a storage unit. Let me put. There you go.
Welcome.
I gotta. Oh. Are you too tall to be in the same frame with me?
No, it's fine. We'll share it. See, the numbers are jumping now that you're on. Look at this.
Jesus, I've never had a 30,000 watt bulb on the side.
Is it too bright? We can bring it
I don't
back.
look that.
No, we both look good.
Busted out the crew neck for you.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's always in the closet, like in October, going maybe now. It's November, no, it's December.
I like this time of year because I can layer. And there's a lot that I've fought for the right to wear. And I get to wear 3-4 things at a time when I go out.
You always look pretty cool, though. I have to say.
I've only now started to get away with it.
You're sort of hateable because I like you, but you've got too much going on, and I think that drives people bananas. You know, right? What did you say?
I said, nice save.
No, because he's tall, good looking, with your hair a little poofy, you get an extra couple inches, and then tattoos. Guaranteed splash machine, and then you've got, and you have like, you have a lot of puffy coats because you're rich, and you play the guitar, and you tour, and it's just all.
I have big feet. I come into a room.
We got it. You were way ahead anyway.
Well, I meant that
The
metaphorically.
problem is my dick is so huge, it's like a problem in a weird way.
I meant, David, metaphorically. I make big footprints and dick prints wherever I go.
There you go. That makes more sense. Yeah.
But you can't really tell. It just looks like one big straight line. Across
Is it you're dragging it while you walk?
it's just one big. It looks like
Please
a
don't
tire
have a
track.
big dick on top of everything else.
No, let's just say no one gets straight 10s. No one gets straight A's.
You're fine.
No one gets straight A's. You know, like I always see. You ever looking at like an adult movie? And someone's like totally beautiful, and you're like, yeah, that's something I'm gonna find out in a minute. And you're always like, yeah, there's some reason. No one's perfect. Like
Big
literally
bush.
literally nobody's perfect. But you actually are. I feel
sort of like that you're giving me. Is this our camera? Because you're giving me a lot of it.
yeah,
That's nice of you.
yeah. Take as much as you like.
People are like, can Spade sort of inch out and get
No, this is my fans know what we have other cameras.
headshot back in?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, we'll split it.
You're hilarious on Instagram.
Thank you, bud.
You know, and I feel like there's this resurgence for people who just love great comedy, no matter what era it's from. And YouTube has sort of brought me back to like, and my friends as well, like diving back into great old comedy. And one of those things is this past Thanksgiving break, I like binge watched all of the Hollywood Minutes on SNL.
Oh,
Has
okay.
anyone seen? We all know
That's
the
all
Hollywood
SNL
Minute.
stuff for the your fans are 9-year-old girls. I used to work on Saturday Night Live in the old days before the new cast of Will Ferrell and all them.
Yeah, they're on still.
Are they gone?
They're on still. Yep.
But I used to work there in the old days, and then I did a bit called Hollywood Minute where I'd make fun of Hollywood. And it was sort of funny because I couldn't find my hook on SNL. And the funny thing about Saturday Night Live is you just want to find an angle or a hook, and then the rest of your life you're trying to get away from it.
Right.
So I was like this sarcastic guy, and I was basically reading People magazine. This is when every magazine was kissing celebrity asses. Like there was no going against them. And so I just make fun of them to the table while I was reading in the writer's room, just killing time. And then I think Bob Odenkirk, who's a writer now, a great actor, said, you should do that. Just do that somehow. So I tried to formulate and do like a weekend update bit. And then just made fun of people. And then Lauren liked it, Lauren the boss. And I was always on the verge of getting fired. And Sandler was safe, and Farley and all those guys were safe.
Were you really on the verge every year of not being? You weren't sure every year whether you were going to stay on
it
the
was
show?
tough. I literally had to move every May when the show was wrapped because they wouldn't pick me up for the next season. So they would call the manager and go, I don't know if he's working out here. And it's really just light a fire on your ass. You know, you hear SNL is very tough tactics there. And
Yeah, they're huge fans of me. I'm on all the time.
It works. Are you on all the time? Or you
I've hosted 10 times. No.
Have you hosted?
No, I've never hosted.
You'd be perfect. Why don't you?
Well, if the show goes anywhere, it'd be fun. But
this might kick you to the next level.
let's go back to your original thing you said about a lot going on for me.
Yes.
I'm not exactly countercultural.
Sure, you have a lot of shoes. Oh yeah, but you're white. No.
But the thing is about the show, I mean, about Hollywood Minute, is that I got a lot out of it, right? Because I heard a crowd in 1993 still make the same noise that they make in 2018, but we all think it's new. We think that the sort of like Clutch the Pearls outrage is new, but they were doing it back in this thing of like, ooh, you can't do that. And I actually felt like it was really cathartic because everyone has this sense that this is a new invention and we're all doomed. But you were pissing people off before pissing people off was a daily event. Are there still people in Hollywood who are upset at you that you know of? Are there any grudges that last to this day?
No, not really. I mean, one time I went after Jim Carrey a little too early because he was just such a fucking huge star. And the worst part is most of the people I made fun of, I love. Like, I love Jim Carrey. Yeah. But I just thought, this week something happened. I said something like, "Oh, he had an overdose this week. He took he had a combination of play it too big juice with overacting pills, and it was a lethal combination. He was choppered out of his set, and then everyone's like, "Fuck you, we love Jim Carrey more than you." And I go, "No, I know, but it's just," and then cut that joke.
So how do you do when everyone says "fuck you"? Because we still live in an era where everything's a landmine, sort of. How do you stomach it? You good at it? Are you good at finding out someone is upset with you?
Well, I don't really as much as then go after celebrities directly and try to take their legs out. It was sort of a hook that I got addicted to it because the boss said, "I like it." 2 weeks later, he's like, "Why don't you do that again?" I'm like, "Huh?" And so I was like, "Of course." And then I just was like an assassin, like anything that made me laugh. And then no one was doing it. And the funny part was, like, kid from Arizona, new on SNL. I wasn't some big character, a big star there. I was just sort of an unknown making fun of huge stars. And that was the funny part. So the more known I got, the less interesting it was to me in a way, because now I'm out at parties with them. Now I see them, you go, and then I see them, they don't like it. But I overall learned a lot from SNL, and I wish back then we had, on Monday, like if I get on Yahoo, and I haven't seen SNL in years.
I haven't seen Yahoo in years.
That's better. We'll take that out later.
Okay.
Don't any big laughs you get.
What is this? Comedians in cars?
Is that what happens on that?
I feel like the guest laughs get cut out.
Yeah. So I think on Monday, if you guys had, if they did like my best Hollywood Minute on Monday, you have such a huge audience that sees the show and thinks they're still watching the show. Even if I've never seen it, they show the 3 funniest bits, and you just see them somewhere clicking around. And back then, if you missed like Gap Girls, you had to wait 6 months for the rerun. Right. So it was either you saw us and no, you didn't, and and they told us we were bad at the time, but then later they go, "Oh, you had some good years there with those guys."
That's life. I found out I had some good records. I found out I had some good records I didn't know were good at the time.
Oh, who told you that?
So let me ask this question: Were you responsible for coining the insult phrase "so and so called, they want something back"? Did you make that up?
High school called, they want their haircut back. I think that
is that about me right now?
No. No, don't let me.
No, I want to turn. No, I want to personalize.
Meanwhile, the guy with the flip haircut. Yeah, no. My Flowbee was broken, so what I had to do.
It looks great.
By the way, you're going to get my glam bill. It's like $9 grand. So
you look like the guy who picks on Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting.
Oh yeah, I know. I look a little preppy. I wore boots for you because I go, Mayor's got like a whole shoe store in his house.
It's a lot.
And you don't need more good things happening, so you're fine. You can just tone it down.
Don't worry, I'm entering my 40s, starting to get weird.
You are? You look good.
Cellularly speaking, it's about to all go haywire.
You still got tattoos.
I'm still okay. But do you have the phrase, so-and-so they want their... it's called blank, look into it. Are these not your phrases?
I think so. That's what Rolling Stone gave me that. I said, oh, thanks. Because they were ranking SNL people and all that. So they gave me that, which I'll take. But I don't...
it's crazy.
I wish I had a bigger imprint on SNL. And I love being part of the gang of people there that people think nicely of, like with the Farleys and Sandlers and
you are in my mind, and I used to watch every episode. You are firmly entrenched in that class.
No, honestly, I think all bullshit aside, I appreciate that because it was the whole. I never thought of even being barely a stand-up, and I never considered being on SNL because I wasn't like a character guy. I just couldn't fucking believe I was being a middle act as a stand-up, making $1,000 a week. That was a lot. and I was doing all right. I could make my Honda Accord payments. I'm like, I'm fucking killing it. I always had $1,500 in the bank, my cushion. In case
Was that
anything
always
wrong. Always for years?
break glass
And
in an
then
emergency?
And then when I did that, and then I got out of that, you just can't compete with how good everyone is in that show. Like, I was a pretty good stand-up, and I thought it was pretty funny. And you get in a room with Jack Handy, the writer, and Mike Myers is writing, and Dana Carvey, and Dennis Miller, and Conan O'Brien's there writing, Bob Odenkirk, Smigel. Aside from your fucking cast members like Sam Farley, Chris Rock, Tim Meadows, everyone's fun. And then I'm just treading water. You're like, fuck, I'm a high school guy that got put in the pros.
Well, I was that way musically. I mean, there was always a cooler person than me every year in music. And then I wake up 20 years later and look at what I've done, and I go, well, that's actually kind of a cool thing to be, to have all that. And you have that as well. I feel like once times come and go, what you're left with is actually really special. And now you yell at leaves. Is that true?
You were smart. You started making funny faces when you played. That was a good one. And Leaves is an Instagram. I do Instagram stories because when you're not doing a show or even in a show.
Well, look what I'm doing. I mean, obviously, it has to manifest.
Kill time. It's fun.
Yeah, no, he's so funny. You have to follow at David Spade.
I just do.
On Instagram.
I just do anything that's going on in my life and make fun of it. And some click, and some are dog shit. But it's just something to kill time, and no one's paying, so who cares?
Let's talk about something that some people think is dog shit. I don't think it's dog shit. What a weird
Are you bringing out my IMDb page?
No, but there's I want to talk about this. It's not dog shit. I want to talk about this because it's very interesting. We can get into the anatomy of something, the anatomy of a tweet. It's funny, I talked last week about how much I hated Twitter, and then I felt kind of like nervous that I said it. And then you told me today that you're in a little bit of hot water with some people on Twitter. Oh. And you said, I wrote this tweet, maybe we could talk about it. It's causing a ruckus. Did you say, you're getting flack?
Flack.
You said flack.
Mostly, I'd say 90% positive. It wasn't even a joke. It was like a statement, but...
Well, I have it here. I'd like to read it because I went to Twitter ready to read this thing that Spade wrote that was going to make me go like, oh boy. And this is what it was.
Not bad.
Hey Uber, already we're in hot water.
I'm being nice at the beginning. What?
Hey Uber, not to sound mean, but however, no one who ever said not to sound mean ever found their footing again. Not to sound mean.
Just you think it would keep one troll away? Not a fucking fan. You mean fucking dick.
Not to sound mean gets me so braced for meanness.
Because it's coming from me. They're like, it's going to be mean.
Okay, so a lot of this has to do with because it's coming from you. But not to sound mean, but you should add an option when you order a car that says you want a driver to talk or just want it quiet. So right away, you're letting people know that you're rich enough to afford an Uber, which separates you from some people.
Uber pool. I stopped by LAX.
But what's really funny is that would mean that you could also just tell the driver you want to talk, which seems extra creepy.
I didn't say that, did I?
Well, but you said. You want a driver to talk or just want it quiet? I like that you can make a special note to say I want to get a lot off my chest.
I don't say that.
No, but it says you should add an option when you order a car that says you want a driver to talk or just want it quiet. So it seems like a binary that you can choose chatty or shut up. So you might actually be in the real estate market.
But that's where people say it's mean. You go,
no.
I said, because some people want to do their work and chill, and some people want to jabber.
Some people just want to chill, and some clients want to chat.
Yeah.
But it should be a choice. I think people would like that.
I put that as nice as I could, and then I swear, 90% was like fine.
It is fine.
But
it's totally
some people
fine.
were like, oh, who the fuck wants to talk to you? I'm like, okay, got it. But there's always those, and I did trace it back to you. But there's always people that go, oh, you're so great, because why don't you fucking get a limo? I'm like, all right. Well, but everyone says stuff, but I just thought it was a nice thing. It's not mean. I like Uber.
I'm the same. First of all, that is the most benign tweet that raised eyebrows I've ever seen.
Everyone's deleting my Twitter now going, well, this fucking is good shit.
I will tell you this, and let me tell you one pro and one con about it. The pro is that I, too, like a quiet ride, and
sometimes
everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. Everyone in my life knows it. Everyone in my life knows it. And then I was going to say, I also think I have a rule personally where celebrities should not have customer service complaints on their social media. I think there's a using social media for customer, like, hey, United Airlines. I'm like, I don't.
One bum flight. Like 40 million people stopped flying United. Ariana Grande's like, thanks for losing my doggy bag, America.
Yeah, I don't
Stock plummets.
But you didn't even do that. You actually made a constructive suggestion that could make it better, and I think it would make it better. And by the way, watch them at it, because I would actually ride it more if I knew that I could. But by the way, we just said that's what headphones are. I like to put headphones on, even if I'm not
And
listening
people
to
go,
anything.
just tell them you don't want to talk. I go, a lot of people don't want
I
to
don't
say
know.
that. It's mean.
No.
But it's sometimes for girls, because girls that are friends of mine would say, oh, I had an Uber and the guy like asked me if I wanted sushi after. Oh, the guy talked the whole time.
That's
And
true.
I think girls get it worse. That was sort of, it wasn't really based on me 100%. It was like feedback I've heard over.
There's no doubt it's purely positive. It is a purely positive
Anyway,
thing.
our viewers.
Let's see. Anybody have a question for?
Let me get closer than you. Oh, shit.
I heard you two were dating and kissing. I know it for sure because I saw you guys are cuties.
How many fucking dents are in my head?
Bro Bible says that's how you get a bad passenger rating.
Is that, I know, my passenger rating is a solid 1. It's perfect.
I realized something that Uber does where they never give anybody a 5, but they put you so close to a 5 that they keep you working to try to get a 5. I have
funny.
a 4.89, and I've actually just driven Uber around the block just to try to pump it up. Just like, what do I have to do to drain out the averages to just turn it into?
I walk in, hey guy, how was your week? Jack it up. 5. No, but because they rate you too, so it's really a back and forth.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
wanna
it's
win over.
very-
By the way, this offset Cardi B thing has had me up all night. I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah.
But what was the fake upon? What was the thing today?
He got on stage. There's no way.
There's
now
no-
I know we're.
I'm telling you, I'm asking you this because you're a music guy. There's no way her squad is letting his guy out there if she doesn't want to.
We are. When I saw that today,
Right.
without getting upset or being condescending, I said, "Okay, that's just a new form of entertainment. That's just entertainment
thing, yeah.
spilling over in a new way. That's like WWE. It's when did I start calling it WWE? I'm a WWF man.
Me too.
But
very catchier.
it's. I thought, okay, this is just a new form of entertainment because she did this thing like no, the way someone in wrestling goes no before you suplex them. If you go
Very
back and
acty. It was very
yeah,
acty.
it was. I actually pride myself. I'm an internet forensic scientist as to whether things are real or not. Like I can just tell. You know, like fights. I know a real fight from a fake fight. And real fights are scrappy and ugly and weird. And I just always know you get a little smell of danger in your nose when you watch it. And I just saw, like, remember Elizabeth and Macho Man in the WWF? And Macho Man would be like, come down off the turnbuckle. And Elizabeth would go, no, I can't. He'd be like, give Macho Man a hug. I thought it was Elizabeth and Macho Man.
By the way, step into a Slim Jim. But by the way, wrestling's the only thing I've seen where he's like proposing to a girl, and then he grabs her and flips her. I'm like, are you like beating up a girl? And everyone's like, yes! I go, isn't that wrong? I know.
It is, it's true. Wrestling is the last bastion of doing whatever you want because it's fake. They're sort of lip syncing movement. They're lip syncing fighting, which is pretty cool. Hey, you know, I guess we're getting lit. So we're getting Adam is
I have
lighting
a
us.
heart out at 8:36. What? By the way, everyone, his house is big. He's rich. The secret's out. Jesus. I was over in quad 6 over there. I got lost. I like all the stuffed animals. It's like when you go to Dave & Buster's and it goes. And it goes I'm like, is it developed that you can't possibly fucking grab the thing you're grabbing?
You're not supposed to be able to grab it.
You know how you grab those?
But I did these.
Dave & Buster's?
Yeah.
Just with
No,
the
this does look
comments?
like a prize wall. It looks like a prize wall. I did this for hungover people who just need to see
It's
soft,
happy.
things. And then for people...
What about your window you made?
I haven't really shown people the window that I made.
It's so nice out.
Do you have any wishes to make, any thoughts to have by a window? It's great framing right now if you want to look out and have a Christmas wish. Or...
No, it looks nice. Oh, it's more on.
Isn't it nice?
No, go back to you. People were losing followers.
We're steady 12-4.
Yeah. So you did you hit wardrobe tonight, or was that enough? I dolled up.
No, I sweat too much. I had to put...
I was at the Beverly Center all day.
Were you at the Beverly Center?
No, but I've heard about it. No, I was on the trolley.
When's the last time you went to the Beverly Center?
They have a bar there and a
Jesus.
restaurant in the middle, and I'm like, who's taking their dates there? That's what I thought, is like, who's taking their dates to the Beverly Center to go? And they're like, maybe after we'll pop over to Forever 21. And I guess you can get it all done there. Beverly Center's under construction.
Always. Beverly
Yeah,
Center
since I moved here.
it's been under construction since 1987.
Just give me the Grove. It's simple. It's
Yeah.
easy.
The Grove is nice.
I know what I'm getting.
We'll both end up performing there
shit.
someday.
Oh, it's a Rolex. Hey, so no, because I saw it and I was like, holy fuck, that's a cool.
Yeah.
No, but the pink shirt. What didn't make the cut tonight? You went in the closet and you were like,
for this,
Yeah.
a sweater. There's a lot of Christmassy sweaters that wouldn't work under the
not
lights.
really dolling up for me.
No, I'm trying to be like what I would wear if it was just a normal night. And
He doesn't matter because every girl watching is so enchanted by whatever he does. They're like, he's like, I have a pink shirt. They're like, you know what I mean? It's like Splash Mountain, Katrina, Hurricane Harvey. You got it made, dude. I'm telling you, that's a new one. You got it made. This is nice.
We both have it made. Let me ask you a question before we leave. Why do you go on at the store so early? Is it a preference?
That's a good question.
Why do you go on at 7 and 8? And
When he gets here from the store. No, I don't go on that early. By the way, you've dated a lot of girls. Let's look at a clip. Adam puts me on nice enough because I usually eat, I have a drink, and then I go there because I got into this mode of when I was working on a movie or TV show where you have to get up so early. So I try not to be such a disaster, and it's hard when you get like, you got famous early, you're young, but when you get like any sort of success, because once you're out of the house, you have to self-discipline. And a bigger picture was when I used to be at the Improvs and touring, and I was like 23. You can drink all day, all night. No one's checking in on anything. You have to decide, like, I have to be ready for the show. I have to get up in the day. So I started to go, I got to have, like, a normal life to feel normal.
Yes.
So I get up,
Understood.
like 7:45 or 8, even if I'm not doing a movie or anything, and then I try to have a normal day, and then I go to the Imp, I eat, and then I go to the store, and I go on when I'm a little cooked, a little toasty, and then I get off. But I don't like those midnight spots.
Are you a little cooked now?
I'm not Kinnison. I got a little buzz. I did go to dinner.
Good.
I had a little.
Yeah, the midnight spots become different at that point.
Well, I think you're a different comedian. Every comedian has a place. I think Kinnison, I only saw twice, but that was amazing. The guy's fucking unreal. One of my all-time favorites. And he was a late night guy. There's people that go on late.
Yeah,
people...
like Attell. You know, Attell's a late night guy.
Yeah. Attell was there last night. We did a roast battle. I got on with Jeffrey Ross. They pulled me up to roast people, which was
Well, you're so good
scary.
at it. I mean, you're actually really, really good at it. I've had a wonderful time having you roast me. And,
Am I wrapped?
if it feels like it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, once you get past 40 minutes, people start thinking about other
Are they
things. to do.
zooming out on us? That's
Well,
okay.
people are missing their DMs right now as they're watching. So every minute people spend watching this is a minute they might have something in their DMs they need to go check.
You got a lot of hearts flying up there.
A lot of David Spade wears shorts in the winter.
We picked the biggest dud comment out of the blue. David
be nice
Spade
if
is
you
a turd. These are my fans? Oh, they're not for
trying
sure
to
my
roast-
fans because they like
They're
you.
trying to roast you. This is
No,
their,
oh, that's nice. They're
this is
being
their
nice to
take
you.
on roasting you.
No, because I said some little jabs.
Yeah.
So they want to fucking take me down.
Yeah.
That's fine. We're friends, though.
No, we are friends.
Yeah.
You're a
I
sweetheart.
think I hit you up first. Like, we weren't really,
Yeah.
I didn't know you, but you were something funny on Instagram. I said, hey, that's funny.
You and I,
It's all right, right?
voice note and stuff, it's great. You're
Yeah.
a sweetheart.
Oh,
And
I'll see myself out. I get what's going on.
Well, listen, wish you the happiest of holidays.
Is there more show after me? What do you
There's
do? to
just
wrap
a
it
little
up?
bit of more show. We wrap it up with some good
Can I stay
kind
and
sweetness.
watch?
I need to sit in that chair so we can
I
switch.
know, I'm gonna stay out there and
Oh,
watch.
of course.
Yeah, okay.
No, Edward will see you out.
Thanks for having me, you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, David Spade. Was there more you wanted to say that I cut you out there?
No, that was good enough. Time to get out.
Oh my goodness. Well, let's go. I want you to know I built this all by myself. This is a perfect reenactment of my childhood bedroom. I cried all morning looking at it. This is where I come to do my Christmas wishing. Won't you come do your Christmas wishing with me as well? You know, it's almost time to wrap it up. Love you, Dave. Adrian Gallagher. Do you know an Adrian Gallagher?
No, but that rock hard chair gave me spinal bifida. Let's talk the set down.
Oh my goodness.
No,
Now he's going to the mic.
I'm going to the right. Because I'm a sentimental guy. Christmas is a sentimental time. And I know for a lot of people out there, Christmas isn't exactly yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. your troubles will be out. Those senior girls who were dear to us wish they were near to us once more.